welcome back to my channel. Today's exciting because we're gonna do a sit down, get ready with me, smoky Valentine's Day look kind of situation. So if you're into that, if you just want to sit down and get ready for a date or get ready for yourself or whatever you want to do before Valentine's Day or on Valentine's Day whenever you're watching this, then just keep on watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to hit the little bell. It just notifies you whenever I post and upload if you want to know that information. So let's just get right into it. Alright guys, so I already did my brows because brows are boring, but if you're curious to what I used my Morphe brow pencil in hazelnut, and then I used my P. Louise base. So nothing new, nothing exciting. So for the eyes today, I want to do something smoky, a little bit dramatic, but still very soft, if that makes sense. And I want to try and incorporate a lot of browns and then maybe some pinks. I'm not sure if I want to use pinks or like golds yet, so we'll kind of see where we're heading. And I'm excited because I'm using my Soft Glam palette, which is very abused. So but grab any kind of palette you want. If you want to do like a bright pink look, like you go ahead. If you want to do like a dark smoky eye, kind of like, well, I'm not gonna do like dark, but if you want to do a smoky eye, grab whatever palette you're feeling. This is just the one I'm feeling. So for this look, I really want to take my time and build up color rather than start with the dark color. So I'm gonna go in first with orange soda and just swipe that a little bit above my crease to kind of create that transition color. And again, I start at an angle and do this mostly on my looks. And I diffuse the color as I go into the inner corner, like so. Alright, next I'm going to take the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm going to focus that more in my crease, just to build up that dimension, build up that color. Do you guys have any fun Valentine's Day plans? I think I'm just kind of chilling at home. Maybe watch a movie or something. I don't know. Going to dinner is kind of like stressful now. But exciting news, there's a Texas Roadhouse opening up maybe 15 minutes away from where we are. And I always want to go to Texas Roadhouse, but it's too far away. And I love Texas Roadhouse. If you enjoy it, you understand. If you don't, you can skip past this. But I'm so excited that it's coming. Like, probably the best thing happening all year, honestly. I'm just kidding. So next I'm going to take the shade Rustic, which is this warmer brown. Maybe it's more of a neutral, not really sure. And we're just going to take a smaller brush, and we're going to work that in the same area we did that burnt orange color, and then focusing a little more on the outer corner as well. So I'm going to start off doing circular motions here, and then whatever pigment I have left, oh, that was a whoopsies, whatever pigment I have left, just building it into that crease. We just want to create a lot of dimension for our eye. So again, circular motions, and then working it into the crease on top of that other color. Just taking my blending brush and softening everything. Next I'm going to take my P. Louise base. This is the number 1, I think. Yeah, room number 1. And I'm going to carve out the inner part of my eye. Not the whole thing, but just the inner part. So I already started, but now that we kind of cleared away that color, or now that we cleared away that color, I'm going to take the P. Louise base, and we're going to carve out pretty much to right there. Alright, now that we did that, we're going to take the shade Cypress Umber, which is this darker brown, and we're going to stamp it on the outer corner of the eye. to build more of the depth and dimension. It looks fluffy, but it's more dense, so I'm going to get more pigment in that area. And it's going to help diffuse that line where we carved out the inner portion of the eye. Next, we're going to take the shade Sultry, which looks like this deeper pink, and we're just going to put that all over our lid and see what happens. Just keep in mind these colors do have fallout. That's why I usually like doing my eyes first anyways. Next, we're going to take the shade Rose Pink, this lighter pink, and we're going to stamp that over top of the Sultry color. Alright, next we're going to take that shade Cypress Umber again, and I'm going to take a flat brush and create an eyeliner effect. So we're not actually going to use eyeliner, we're going to use eyeshadow, so it creates more of a smoky effect. I don't know where my flat brush went, so this one has a rounded edge, but we're just going to make it work. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the color Noir, which is this black, right over top of the brown. Alright guys, so now we're going to move to complexion. And so when I think of Valentine's Day, I want to have nice glowing skin, nothing too matte, too crazy. If you want matte skin for Valentine's Day, you do you. This is just what I want to do. I do have some pores though in my nose, so I'm going to take my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Oh. And I'm gonna work it around my pores. This is a really nice dupe for the Tatcha one, the Tatcha Silk Canvas. It's not as expensive. I mean, it also melts into your skin, which is nice because I have dry skin. So I was intimidated by this primer at first, but it does the job. So I usually get pores right in the middle of my face, so that's why I'm focusing it right here. So I've been actually enjoying this more than the Milk Hydro Grip because 1, it helps your makeup last for a long time, and 2, it has a glowy effect that makes your skin look bright, luminous. So that's why I've just been enjoying it, but whatever primer you want to use. Oh, and this is the All Nighter Ultra Glow Base Primer. This one is kind of new as well, but I've been using it a lot. But comment below what you like to use for complexion, so maybe I can try some new things out. But yeah, anyways, this Valentine's Day is gonna be just different. It's gonna be the last Valentine's Day before a baby, which is nerve-wracking. It's a lot of firsts this year, so I'm really excited about it, and it makes Valentine's Day a little more special. Alright guys, for foundation today, I'm going to be mixing the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation and my Auric Glow Less Radiant Luminizer. This already has a nice soft finish, but I do want that extra glow, as I've said. So I always try to mix up my foundations in case it separates a little bit. There's oil. And I'm gonna do 3 pumps in the back of my hand. These are little pumps. It's similar to the NARS Radiant. Ooh. And then 1 pump of the luminizer. And I'm gonna take a brush and mix those together. Beauty blender. And we're just gonna work it in. I really love Laura Mercier's complexion products just because I just feel like they have such a nice finish. They're easy to work with and I just love them. I started getting into them because I think Mario, Kim Kardashian's makeup artist, used a lot of Laura Mercier, or he was affiliated with them. So I think that's what drew me in. And then I've been trying out their stuff. I don't have everything. I just have the foundation, concealer. I did try their setting powder, but since I have more dry skin, I noticed it was just a little too drying, so that's why I don't use it, but it's really pretty. So if you have more, normal to combination or oily skin, you may really enjoy it. After we have it all blended in, it does look a little yellow, but it's fine. I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. And I like to take my concealer and bring it down my nose. I like a lot of concealer, but use as much as you want. And then I do the same thing over here. And the wand on this is really nice. And we're just gonna brighten up the middle of our face. And then I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple seconds, just so, because the more concealer dries down, depending on the concealer, the more full coverage it is. Why, I don't know the science behind it, but for me, that's what I've noticed. It's just what I do. And if you guys want me to do a drugstore Valentine's Day tutorial, I know Valentine's Day is Sunday though, so maybe not. But if you want me to do an all drugstore tutorial, let me know in the comments. Because I know I tend to use more higher end products. I just do. I don't know why. I just enjoy them. And I feel like the drugstore is just so expensive now. It's like I might as well just go to Sephora, you know what I mean? Or shop Prestige at Ulta. Now that our concealer and our foundation is applied, I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty, this is the Soft Matte Powder Foundation in the shade 120. I meant to put this in my testing new makeup video and I totally forgot. And I looked down, I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot about it. So we're using it today. And I'm just going to take my sponge and we're going to use that to set the under eyes. I was so mad at myself. But I've been using this frequently actually, and I really enjoy it. I don't use it as a foundation, I use it to set over top, and it gives me, more coverage, and it just helps soften everything out as well. After that's set in place, I'm going to take my Hourglass powder and I'm going to set over top of that and bake. This is just something that I've been doing more often. I'm going to take my fluffy brush and I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Powder Foundation and stamp it on the rest of my face, bring it down my neck to help set everything. Oh my gosh, my brush just like wrecked the foundation. It said nope. And I like this too because it isn't too matte. It's very soft, so it's not gonna take away too much of that glow that we worked so hard on. Just a little bit down my nose. And pat that in. I'm gonna take my Dominique Cosmetics and JD Wadey 180 setting spray, and I'm gonna melt all of this powder into my skin. I'm just gonna let that dry down. It's also gonna help everything set in place and help the powders not look as powdery, if that makes sense. I need a fan. And while that's sinking into my skin, I'm gonna finish my eyes off real quick. So I'm gonna go in with this burnt orange shade and this small brush and swipe it along the lower lash line, connecting it to the outer. I'm gonna take this flat brush and I'm gonna take that shade Rustic, which is this brown right there, and press it in closer to the corner. And then the blending brush. Next we're gonna do bronzer. I'm gonna be taking the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. It looks like this. I've been really enjoying this as well. I'm gonna take my Morphe R14. Sorry, I've been saying my brush names. I like to put my bronzer a little bit higher so it lifts the face up. Do you guys like to contour? I'll sometimes contour, but I feel like it can make my face look a little muddy. So that's why I typically don't. And then I bring it to my cheek area. And then up my temple. Press my bronzer up into my nose to make my nose look somewhat lifted, and then bring it along the jawline, and then to drag it down to bring some warmth to my neck. But apply bronzer however you like, and there's different techniques for bronzer, so I like applying it, you know, a little bit up higher than my cheekbone, just because it lifts the face a little bit more. And then contouring also will help if you want a more like chiseled out cheek kind of vibe. Alright, next I'm going to take my KKW Beauty. This is the Highlighter 1 palette, and I'm going to do something pinky. So I'm going to mix this really bright shade and this pink shade together, just to match the pink vibes going on with her eyes. This is such a gorgeous highlighter palette. I don't know if she still, I'm assuming she still sells it. But y'all, it's just such a pretty palette. I was looking for what highlighter to use and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I forgot this was here. And I always like to highlight my nose. You don't have to do that, but I think it's a vibe. And then I'm gonna take this white shade right there. It's like an icy, and I'm gonna put that in the inner corner of my eye. Yes. And then I'm gonna take what's left over my highlighter brush and go over my brow bone and connect that highlighter to my eyes, which I love to do. just a technique I use. You don't have to do it. All right. And then I'm going to finish off my eyes with mascara. I'm going to be using the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I'm not going to do lashes today just because I don't want to. But if you want to use lashes, go ahead. So I did 2 coats. You can use as much as you want. Again, you can use false lashes. I just really wanted the natural lash moment today. So now we're going to do lips. And so I'm going to take this Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner. I don't know the shade names. I don't know where they are. But I'm going to use this like dark mauve. And I like to trace out the bottom of my lip first. And then connect it. And now I'm going to take my Patrick Ta Silky Lip Cream in the shade She's Confident, because we want to be confident on Valentine's Day, whether or not we're going out, whatever. I love Patrick Ta's lip products and blushes. Oh, they're just so good. And it kind of has like a peppermint taste. I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, I don't know. All right, and then we're gonna do setting spray, and then we're all done. Guys, I hope you had fun watching, and I hope you learned something new today. Maybe you discovered a product that you want to try. Who knows? If you did, drop it in the comment section, let me know. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day and just a great weekend in general. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.